did I tell you? Defensive Player of the Year. Best player in the NBA. We've been touting him all season. That's not the best offensive player in the league. No. That's not the best big in the league. No. He ain't just the best player in the league. That man can play both ways. Everybody always talking. That man can't play defense. Well, guess what? That's 1, 2, 3 game-winning blocks. 3 game-winning blocks in one season. Who else got that on his resume? Who else got it on their resume? I'm looking at him. Joel Embiid got him? No. Jared Allen got him? No. Anthony Davis got him? No. Rudy Gobert got 3 game-winning blocks this season? No. None of them. The only person that got that on his resume is the one, the only Sombor shuffler from Sombor, Serbia, NIKOLA JOKIC, MVP, best player in the NBA. We tried to talk to him. Everybody was a little bit nervous when he missed those last 2 free throws. By the way, NIKOLA JOKIC ain't missed late game free throws since the 2019 playoff versus the Portland Trail Blazers when he cried to Michael Malone and told him he'll never let it happen again. And I'll remember that. So when he missed them today, was I tripping? Nah, not really. If anything, I laugh because if he can do it in the regular season, he ain't going to do it again in the playoffs. And that's all that matters. And what did he do? Did he let his team down by giving minimal effort on defense? No, sir. Bow. You come for the MVP? You best not miss. What's going on, Swipin gang? Welcome to the channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're building this channel. Get to 10,000 subscribers here soon. Let's get to 9,000 subscribers through the All-Star break because you know what? We're taking this channel to another level. Best content on the internet. Best NBA content on the internet. Best NBA content featuring the Nuggets and the one and only NIKOLA JOKIC you can find on YouTube, y'all. Wow. What a game. What a game. The MVP of the NBA. The MVP of the NBA. Said, I thought y'all was worried. Don't be. 28 points, 15 rebounds, 6 assists on 10 of 16 shooting, well over 50%. 80% from the free throw line, 8 of 10, plus 3 with not 1 but 2 blocks. The thing is, NIKOLA JOKIC started this game off with 18 points in the first quarter. He had 18 points in the first quarter, and I want to say he was 7 and 9 in the first quarter. NIKOLA JOKIC had 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. He was like 7 and 9. He was like 7 and 9, if that. Matter of fact, he didn't even shoot that much. He was going off. The thing is, when Jokic starts the game after he has a game where he doesn't play all that well, he's on a mission. He's on an absolute mission next game. I'm going to show you what exactly I'm talking about. He comes out, sets a message. He wants to send the tone real early. 18 points at the first. By the time halftime rolls around, NIKOLA JOKIC has 21 points. He has 21 points. He was just going off. He was letting everybody know that today it's about to be different. The game that we had yesterday versus Boston, you're not going to see that again. Because he was making sure that when he came out, he was going to get his shots up. He was going to take advantage of the matchup. And he did that early. Now, he slowed down in the second half. In the second half, he did not have a lot of points. I think he had 7 points in the second half. A couple more assists. He stopped really attacking. He more so tried to get other people involved. And if I have any critique for NIKOLA JOKIC, it's that. It's that when he can take advantage of a matchup, because he's all about making the right play. Y'all, I know I say this often, but I say it because there's a reason behind it. He reminds me of LeBron James early in his career. Why? Because LeBron could win a matchup against anybody and everybody. But LeBron chose not to take advantage of those matchups far too often. LeBron James would get into games. He would try to make the best play. And Skip Bayless has been critiquing him for that for years. Say that he's not a closer. He's not a clutch player, even though LeBron James has the most game-winning field goals in playoff history. It's the same thing with Jokic. Jokic wants to make the best play. He's still 26. He'll be 27 in a couple weeks. So I get it. He's young. He believes in his mind the best way to play basketball is to get everybody else involved. Now, what I'm telling you is NIKOLA JOKIC could use a little bit more Kobe Bryant in him. Why do I say that? Because Kobe came in a gunner. He had to learn to be a better facilitator. Now, he's a good passer. But he had to learn to be a facilitator because he made sure he wanted to take advantage of each and every matchup every night. Even if they were double team, triple teaming him, he was going to get it done. And I want him to think like that more often. Oftentimes, what Jokic will do is fade out to the three-point line. Over the last 2 games, he's shot 3 of 12 from the three-point line. It's not great at all. Going to take an average down. He's been shooting 38%. He's going to be around 37, 36 now. But the thing is about Jokic, sometimes he gets it in his head that he doesn't want to force. Because when he gets on the court, this is what LeBron James had to learn. There is no forcing a shot. You force the defense to bend to your will. Now, he does that with his passing, which is why he's the best passer in the NBA. But the thing about Jokic is that when he's on the court, he wants to bend the game to the team's will. He believes that the process is what's most important instead of individual dominance. My issue with that is while that's true, when you're playing with teams like this, you need to be around 30 points a game. Because what it does is that puts you right over that edge, putting you in larger free throw territory, and it also puts you in a larger territory in terms of creating more opportunities for yourself, which thus creates opportunities for other people. The way Jokic typically likes to operate is by orchestrating the offense to create holes in the defense that other people can take advantage of. The difference is between that's what a playmaker does. But what somebody does that's a dominant scorer who also is a facilitator, what they do is they use their gravity as a scorer to create opportunities on a one pass or a hockey assist where it goes 1-2 and then that person scores the ball. But Jokic, he is a computer. Like I said, he's water. The way that he wants to operate, he wants everything to flow, but he wants everybody else to be in the same category. Everybody flowing like this. But the thing he'll learn as he gets older is that what you have to do is be a tidal wave. You have to be a tidal wave sometimes. What does a tidal wave do? A tidal wave doesn't find crevices, it creates pathways. It doesn't find a crevice, it creates a pathway. Jokic will learn how to force pathways open as he gets older. When he gets 28, 29, 30, 31, guarantee you've never seen a center play like that. By the time he's 28, 29, 30, and 31, you've never seen a center play the way he's going to play because of how he's going to learn how to play basketball. Bones Hyland had a good day tonight. He not only started, but he closed. He had 11 points and 4 rebounds, had 4 assists. He was 4 of 11 from the field. Not great, but he was 3 of 9 from the three-point line. 9 three-pointers. Great. What that does is stretch it to defense. He shot 33% from 3 today, which is just right below his average. But you shooting 9 three-pointers, and then Barton shooting 4, Jeff Green shooting 5, and Gordon shooting 3, you literally pull the entire defense away from Jokic. And especially tonight, they were collapsing on Jokic after the first quarter. That's what he did do. When he had those 18 points and 21 points in the first half, he literally collapsed the defense onto him. Once he did that, they had no choice. By the way, y'all, Jokic had 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists at the end of the first half. Then he had 21 at the end of the third. But what happened was because Jokic was so dominant and such a presence inside, they then started collapsing and everybody else started shooting. And Will Barton tonight shot 2 of 4 from the three-point line, 50%. Jeff Green shot 3 of 5, 60%. Aaron Gordon shot 2 of 3, 66%. Bones Hyland shot 3 of 9, 33%. He was the worst three-pointer Jokic was in the starting lineup. But when he's playing tough inside, that's good news. Aaron Gordon tonight, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 of 9, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, plus 3. Jokic a plus 3, Gordon plus 3, Will Barton plus 5, Will Barton plus 8, Jeff Green plus 5, Bones Hyland plus 7. And they won by 1 point, 110 to 109. That's important. The starters, they were really, really good today. And the Raptors starters got outplayed by them. Tonight, Pascal Siakam, -1. He had 35, 10, and 7, 16 and 22, 3 of 7. He had a really good game. He had 2 steals as well. But the thing was, Pascal had 26, I think, at the half. I want to say 26 at half. Or 19, he had 19 at half, had 26 at the end of the, I think he had 13 more points in the third or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But Aaron Gordon locked up on him in the fourth quarter. Absolutely locked up on him in the fourth quarter. Tonight, the Denver Nuggets shot 46% from the field, 38% from 3. The Raptors shot 49 and 35, and the Nuggets shot 18 to 21 for 86% from the free throw line. The Raptors only shot 11 to 17. They had 17 turnovers, the Denver Nuggets did, so they lost the turnover battle by 10, but they had 28 assists tonight. They won the rebounding battle by 50 to 35 and 12 offensive rebounds to 8 offensive rebounds. Also 3 blocks, only 5 steals for them. But I want to give a huge shout out to a bench player in Boogie Cousins. Boogie Cousins tonight, very good and very important minutes. Now, of all the players, he was a -2 on the bench, but he had 4 points, 5 rebounds and 2 assists. He was 1 of 6. He missed 4 free throws. He missed 4 layups, had 2 free throws he made. He was a -2, but he had critical possessions of securing offensive chances. He was a great paint deflector for them players when they drove inside the basket. Boogie Cousins has to play. He has to play every game. He needs to be in a permanent rotation from here on forth. If you're going to play Facu, he needs to play. Even if Facu's not playing, he needs to play. Facundo Campazzo had 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. He had 2 threes tonight, 2 of 6, with 3 steals, -3. He had another good game following up. He didn't have a good stint until he started hitting shots. Once he hit those 2 3-pointers, the rest of the game opened up. Bryn Forbes tonight, 7 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. He was a -1. Another good stint from Bryn Forbes. Austin Rivers, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. He was a -10 tonight. Played good defense, but when he was on this court, especially in some of those spurts, those 2-minute spurts that they had, I want to think, in the second quarter, they went down, and so Austin had a bad plus-minus, but he played pretty good defense. JaMychal Green had 8 points and 4 rebounds, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 4 from the 3-point line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He was a -5. Now, the bench was a -3, -10, -5, -1, -2, but they were actually still good. They actually even got the game where the Nuggets were up 5. They were up 5 at one point in the fourth quarter when the bench was in. Then the starters came back in when it was tied up. NIKOLA JOKIC came back in. The bench actually went on a 12-1 run in the fourth. That's important. Got them back in the game, got them the lead. That way when Yo came back in the game, it's manageable. Manageable. He was able to close it out. That's all I'm asking for. Make the game manageable. If you can keep it at an even, +2, -1. Anywhere between a -2, +2. That is good production from the bench. So on that narrative, Boogie Cousins, very good game. Bryn Ford, very good game. JaMychal Green, not so much. Austin Rivers, not a good game. Facundo Campazzo, right outside of that -2 at a -3. That's still good, given that he played better in the second half. So great game for the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets are now sitting again at 6 in the standings, 2 games behind the Mavericks. They're 2 games above the Timberwolves. Thank goodness. They have the Orlando Magic, I want to say, coming up here soon. They got the Magic and they got the Warriors, and then they go on a break for 8 days for the All-Star break. So they need to get that game against the Magic and then keep building momentum, man. Keep building momentum. Boogie Cousins is 6-0. Boogie Cousins is 6-0 in the lineup. 6-0. That's not accidental. A 60-game sample size is good. 6-0 when Boogie Cousins plays. Let's keep that up, Swiping Gang. Hey, y'all. I'm going to see y'all soon.